Good morning, students. I'm Neelam Gupta, your science teacher. Today I will explain you lesson 2, nutrients and deficiency diseases. Students, do you know all living things need food? We all need food to live and survive. This food gives us energy, and this energy helps in different ways in our body. This energy help us to do different kinds of activities of the body. It protects us from various diseases and also keeps us healthy. If we talk about sources of food from where we get food, we all know this answer very well. We know that we all get food from the plants and animals. We get our food mainly from the plants and from the animals to the some extent. From the plants we get fruits, vegetables, pulses, cereals, medicines, etc. While from the animals we get milk and milk products, honey, etc. The food contain different type of substances which are called nutrients. So what are nutrients? These are the simpler substances, different substances which are present in our food. So mainly we have five type of nutrients in our food: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Other than these, surface and water are also needed by our body, but they are needed in less amount. So students, depending upon the presence of nutrients, we can divide our food mainly in three groups. First group is the energy giving food, second group is the bodybuilding food, and third group is the protective food. So firstly we talk about the energy giving food, the food that is rich in carbohydrates and fats. Bodybuilding food, the food that rich in proteins, and protective food, the food that is rich in vitamins and minerals. So this is the basic difference between these three groups of food. Energy giving food, as I've told you, it is rich in carbohydrates and fats. So first we talk about carbohydrates. Carbohydrate is the main source of energy. It is also called instant source of energy. Why it is called instant source? Because it is easily digested in our body and gives us energy readily. Immediate. It gives us energy immediate. Mainly the carbohydrates are sweet in taste. So now we talk about the role, the function of the carbohydrate. What is the function? The main function of carbohydrate is to give energy. It means the person who do more physical work, they need more energy. So they should take more carbohydrate. What are the different sources from which we get carbohydrate? Potato, honey, sugar, jaggery, rice, wheat, etc. So this is all about carbohydrate. Now we come to the fats. What are fats? They also give energy to our body, but they give more energy than carbohydrate. They give more energy, but they are not the sources of instant energy because their digestion take time in our body. They are not easily digested, so they don't give energy immediately. Too much of fat causes obesity. If we take more amount of fat and we will not do physical work, then it will make us obese. You know, students, in winter we eat ghee, oil, butter, and nuts. So in winter they give our body heat and energy. They keep us warm. So what are the different sources? Sources are the, what are these sources? Sources are butter, ghee, oil, cream and nuts. So students, now it is clear about the carbohydrate and fat. So we can say both are energy giving food. Bodybuilding food. The food rich in proteins. So what are the function of this bodybuilding food? As we all know that proteins help in the growth of and development of the body. Secondly, it also helps in the repair of wear and tear cell. Especially, student, you should know what is this wear and tear. Wear and tear means broken cells. Students, you know that when you fall down, yeah, when we get any accident, our cells they get wear and tear. The cells get broken. In that case, if we take more amount of proteins, then it will help in the repairing of the broken cells. So the children, you are growing, so you should need more amount of bodybuilding food. You should take more amount of bodybuilding food. You should take more proteins because it will help in the growth of your body. So what are the different sources? Pulses, milk, eggs, meat, curd, cheese and fish. So students, you should drink milk, you should eat pulses regularly, cheese, curd you should daily use, and you can also eat eggs. So this will happen the growth of your body, your height, your weight will put on if you take this bodybuilding food. Now we come to the protective food. This is the food that is rich in vitamins and minerals. So what is the role of this protective food? Students, we need carbohydrate mainly in our diet, so we need it in more amount. Then the proteins, mainly this the growing children and the bodybuilders, they need this proteins. And this protective food, this is needed in small amount. Still, they protect us from the different diseases. If we take these, they will protect us from different diseases and keep us healthy. Students, if you take it, this protective food, it will improve your vision and your skin will get glow. You will have healthy skin. So what are the different sources of this protective food? Fresh fruits and vegetable. So it means you should take carbohydrate and fat, you should take proteins, you should take protective food, vitamins and minerals if you want to remain healthy. Students, this was all about the main components of the food. Now we come to the water. Beside nutrients, our body also need water. Why we need water? Because it has its specific role in our body. So we should, how much water we should drink drink daily? We should drink 8 to 10 glasses of water. So what is the importance, what is the function or the role of water for the body? Water helps in the removal of the waste from our body in the form of urine and sweat. Students, in summers we normally sweat. So from where this sweat come, the water from the skin pores come out, it get evaporate and keep our body cool. Secondly, in the form of urine. In the form of urine, the water and some toxic elements they come out from the body, and in this way they keep our body healthy. Secondly, they help in the digestion of the food. Water helps in proper digestion of food. If we drink this amount of water, then food is digested easily and the waste will be removed completely from our body and we will remain healthy. Now we come to the roughage of fiber. Have you ever heard this word? No? I will tell you. The part of plant that cannot be digested by our digestive system is called roughage or fiber. Or simple language, I can say the roughage or fiber you can get from the salad. Students, do you eat salad daily? You eat salad? Yes, I know everybody eats salad. So, what is the role of roughage in our body? It helps in proper bowel movement. Proper bowel movement means it helps in proper digestion of the food. It doesn't give energy. It is not digested in our body, but it helps in the digestion of the food. So it helps in proper bowel movement. Secondly, when the food is digested completely, then no constipation will be there. Means your stomach will get clear daily easily without any problem. So constipation will not takes place. Now, what are the different sources of this roughage? Raw vegetables like carrot, tomatoes, onion, radish, cucumber, beetroot. Beside this, wheat husk is also rich in fiber. So, student, you should eat a lots of salad every day. It will keep your digestive system in a proper way and will remove waste from your body very smoothly. So we have study about different components: carbohydrate, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water, and roughage also. So what is this balanced diet? If we talk about this balanced diet, it is a diet that comprises all these nutrients in the balanced amount, in the proper amount. So we can define it a diet which contains all the nutrients in the right amount, and it helps in the proper growth and functioning of the body. If we take balanced diet, our proper growth will take place and body will function properly, and our body will become strong and healthy. So student, you will eat balanced diet? Okay. Beside balanced diet, students, do you know we should follow some good food habits? Yes, we should follow some good food habits. What good food habits we should follow? Wash the vegetables and fruits before cutting them. Students, you have seen at your home, your mama washes the fruits and vegetables before cutting them, before eating them. So you should also follow this habit. When you want to eat an apple, you should wash it properly, then you should cut it and eat that. Secondly, we should not overcook the food. Don't overcook the food. Why? Because it destroys all the nutrients of the food. All the nutrients will get destroyed. So you will not overcook the food. You will say your mama, not overcook the food, mama. Number 3, do not undercook the food. Undercook the food means if the food is not cooked properly. If the food is not cooked properly, it is very difficult to digest this kind of food. The food will not be digested properly. Number 4, cover the utensil or pan while cooking the food. When you will cook food, then utensil or pan should be covered. Why? Because the food will cooked easily and readily. Immediately the food will cooked, because the heat will not escape out and it will remain inside, and food will get easily cooked. Never fry or warm the food again and again. You should not warm or fry the food again and again, because it will destroy all the nutrients. Next, do not throw the water in which vegetables are cooked. You should not throw the water in which vegetables are boiled, the dal is boiled. Why? Because this water has so many nutrients in it. So you should not throw this water. If you throw it, your food will lose all the nutritive values. It has no nutrients in it. So, students, you will remember all these good food habits. Students, we have discussed about different nutrients, balanced diet, good food habits. Is it enough? Taking balanced diet is taking enough to keep your body healthy? No. Beside this, we should do exercise daily. We should do exercise daily. Why we should do exercise? You will ask, ma'am, why? Why we should do exercise? I will tell you. Yes, what is the role? Why it is necessary for our body? It will make our body strong and healthy. If we will do exercise, our body becomes strong and stout. It will become healthy. We will not get sick. We will not fall sick. It will tone up our muscles. It means our muscles get strong. Muscles get strong. Makes us lean and active. Lean and active means makes keep our body in proper shape and we will be active. Helps in proper circulation of blood throughout the body. It helps in the proper circulation of blood. Blood will flow throughout the body properly. And our internal organs work properly. And our internal organs, do you know internal organs? In first chapter we have discussed about that. Yes, heart, lungs, kidney, intestine, these are our internal organs. If we will do exercise, they will work properly. They will not get any problem. They will work smoothly. So have you got it? Why exercise is necessary for us? What are the benefits of doing exercise? Okay. Students, have you ever heard about the word posture? What do you mean by posture? Yes, you have heard this word in your classroom. When teacher says you, "Bache, please sit in proper posture. Don't bend so much." Have you got it? Yeah. So what is posture? Posture means the position in which we move, sit, stand, bend and walk. So what we should do? We should sit and stand straight. So right or correct posture also helps to keep our body healthy. So would you maintain proper posture? How? By sitting straight, by standing straight, by keeping your body in the straight position. Students, beside exercise, balanced diet, good posture, our body also need one another thing that is most important. That is rest or sleep. Beside, after a long day of work, our body gets tired and needs rest. Do you agree with me? Do you need rest after a long day of work? You get tired now? Yes. So what you do that? We should relax mentally. How we should relax mentally? By listening music, dancing, watching television, and you're doing favorite hobby or playing in the ground. At night, we should take undisturbed sleep of 7 to 8 hours. If we take this undisturbed sleeps, then what would happen? The good sleeps makes us fresh and active. Good sleep, what does it do? It will make us fresh and active. We feel fresh and active and we will be ready to do work. Next day when we get up, we are ready to do work and it will heal our body from illness. If we have illness, we are sick, then after a good sleep, we will feel better and our body get recovered from the illness. So this is all about the ways how we can keep our body healthy. I hope students you will get it. Get it now? Okay. Have a good day, students. I will come with another video to you.